Okay, so I don't copy all these things put here. So lastly, we all copy this secret, put down here, then copy it will get here. Control C, then put down here. Makes sense. So now we don't put everything. We'll save this. Then I will just hit deploy. But for the first time when you do this thing, you go see create for down. So just click on that, right? And make we patiently wait for am while in the doing thing. So this thing is supposed to take time, and in a very short while. Makes sense. So why that one dey happen, make we come here, they prepare this thing. So if you'd remember, since our local this thing they run, right? So I'll just say local host 5577 API slash v1, right? Okay, so make I even first of all do 5577. So if we hit that, that's our default route. So we'd see this. Then if I do API slash v1 slash um um I think all agents. So once we hit that, okay, all agents. So once we hit that, we'll see this, right? So this info they come from our cloud database. Most see how far this side don't go. Okay, so now this is good, right? So if I hit here, awesome, now we are live, right? So you should say now in this URL now they hit. So make I copy this, right? Come here. So rather than this stuff here, make I put this one and make we see whether not the same thing we will read. Of course, it's supposed to be the same thing, right? So makes sense. And if I remove all this, we'll see that our default within we dey see here, right? And we dey see here, so makes sense. Like this, we don't get our server up and running live. So very simple. Make I do a recap. The first thing we'll need to do na to come to GitHub first, or first thing first, right? If you dey write in TypeScript, now you need to do this. But if you need to write in TypeScript, no need for you to do TSC in it. So make I just create space here, then make I clear here. So step number one, the first thing wey you need to do na to run tsc dash init. So if you run tsc dash init, it go help you create this ts config. So inside this ts config, locate this out directory and just uncomment am. So you go see am like this, but just control slash, you go uncomment am. So once e dey uncommented, add dist to it. That's it. That's step number 2. Then step number 3, just come run tsc. So once you run tsc, right, e go automatically create this file, right? By default, if you dey write js, na like this your file go dey, so you no need to do this process. But if na ts you dey write, you need to do this process, right? Now, one most important thing wey I no mention na say inside your start script, so you go just put node dist slash index.ts. So na this thing na render go run npm start. So when we do npm start, na this thing na render go run, right? So once you do that, the next thing wey you need to do after you don run your tsc na to come your GitHub, create a repository right? If you come new, right, you create a new repository, then push your code to that repository. After you don't do that, come to render, just come click on new web service. So once you click on web service, you choose that repository where you just create. The next thing, fill the information. Remember say na only one place you go change, and that place you go just put npm start, and you go just change there. So once you do that, you are good to go. Your code will go live. If you get any issue, if you drop out for the description, if you drop out for the comment, right, I will try as much as possible to attend to you. Thank you.